Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Rajendra Bhatia from Creative Edge, one of the subsidiaries of Top Rankers. Friends, we are here for understanding the examination of UCEED, and I'm going to present to you one short revision of drawing and why. Now, friends, in this UCEED examination pattern and importance of drawing, I want to tell you firstly how the marks are divided. Like total marks 300, out of which aptitude are 240 marks. Yes, 240 marks, and I still want to say the importance of drawing is fabulous. The aptitude 240 marks, you are given 2 hours and 30 minutes to solve it. 68 questions. The type of questions are NAT, that is numerical ability types, 18 question of 4 marks each, no negative marks. Then second types are MSQ, multi-select questions. 18 questions, 4 marks each. There will be negative marking in this to the tune of -1 each wrong answer. And of course, you don't gain rest of the three numbers. It is only -1. So, and the third are MCQ, multi-choice question. These are 32 questions of 3 marks each, and there is negative markings of 0.71. My emphasis, everybody can score out of it. Drawings, only 60 marks and half an hour. One question of memory. I call it as fictitious situation, a situation where which you never saw, but you still have to draw it. So what they call it as memory, no, it's not memory. It is generally a fictitious situation drawing. You just describe the scene, and of course, you see it and see it. They describe the scene quite in detail. Friends, only few can score from this. And that's one reason I want to emphasize the importance of drawing. See, in aptitude part, everybody can solve it and everybody can score. But the percentile or the ranking more depend, I would say, on drawing because only few can do it. And if you're the one who can do it, you are definitely among the top fews. Okay, friends. So let us look into how to do the one shot revision. Topic for preparation, that is ingredients of a scene creation, because that's the only question that is coming in UCEED. Firstly, I will emphasize that you do human figures quite in detail. Then the second is portrait, that is young, old, children, male and females. Everybody's portrait you should be able to do. Thirdly, how about doing the face expression? Now, very few think about it, but that can really make a lot of difference. Fourthly, sciography, object with material depiction. Now, if you're making, let's say, a paper cone, and that paper cone is more looking like a glass cone or maybe a steel cone, or doesn't make much of an impression. So you should have a good sciography skill. Material should be able to recognize, I mean, the examiner should be able to recognize the material. And friends, you see, um, imaginary scene with perspective, that's where I think maximum scoring will come up. Then practice visualization and depiction, that is also in one shot go. Let us look into one by one all these 6 points. In fact, practice part I have got added up slides. Let's look into this. Ingredient of scene in creation. First is human figure. Do a lot of practice through stick figures, proportionate, and figure in action. Figure in action and ingredient of scene creation. Again, the same human figures. For understanding proportion and scale with reference to human figures, here is one of the sample, including a bicycle along with a guy and a monkey sitting at the back seat of the. So, I mean, this is how you can have a proportionate understanding, a proportionate presentation in any drawing, score much better. And that to remember the fifth point, the perspective on which I'm going to come with real presentation. Right, friends? Ingredient for scene creation, portrait making. Example, a young and old person. You should be knowing the difference, how to bring about that difference by yourself. So do a lot of practice on making male, female, children portrait and figure in action. That's my emphasis. Ingredient for scene creation, different expression. Now, making a blank face, and there may be a, a requirement of showing a horrified person that I'll show you where to use that horrified person. So I have given some of the sample, like even with the face, you can really give a total language. For example, this frustrated guy, with the eyebrows up and the lips going halfway down, like a tired person, the eyelid going a little down, depressed person, eyelids going down, and even the lips are a little stretched downward. A girl shown in love with mother, love with friend, and anything. So how the eyes are lit, and the lips are broaden up, and the cheeks are blushing. So you can show that. Even a shy girl with a little eyelid down, you can show the lips like, a little more curved. And smitten, a sudden laugh, that's how, you show your face with the teeth out. So, I mean, this will make a difference from a just simple presentation in a scene. So scene is just not the scene with just the perspective. Even every part, every ingredient of the scene creation matters a lot for scoring higher marks. Ingredients of scene creation. The fourth one is sciography, object with material depiction, salient features of a 3D sketch, proportionate, scale, perspective. Scale is, one to another. That is where the scale is. Then perspective, light, shade, and shadow. Connectivity, that means you don't put one part of an one object aside and then rest of them on club down. You better give them a little overlapping so that there is a connectivity among the objects also inside the scene creation. Now, previous year question, I'm just giving you one of the example, like Professor XY was checking the maths paper and she got a call from her husband complaining that she forgot her diet lunch box and not taking care of herself and diet and eating pakoras. He even said that she didn't read diet book which he gave and used a paperweight. She convinced that she didn't have time for lunch as she was busy in checking the maths papers and have to complete her research work by 5 p.m. But her husband was not convinced and disconnected the call. She ordered tea for fifth time and pakoras for second time. Draw the view how she would see her desk. Do not draw Professor XY. That means no, I haven't sketched this. I have sketched something different. Different in the sense, this could be the question in place of that. One of top archaeologists was busy reading recent finding. on his map along with one of his assistants when his old associate, who is also his boss in present status, called him into his chamber. He had to get up and leave his table abruptly, draws a situation from his assistant point of view. No need of showing the archaeologist or the boss or his chamber. Now, what do you see? Instead of that she in that other question, I have put or I have imagined the archaeologist's assistant on the other side of the table. So what is depicted here is the table and the globe and the books and the double convex lens. And yes, there is some name of the archaeologist, Professor Dhiman, and he is going towards his boss's chamber. So the whole scene has been created in one point perspective. The level you can see the vanishing point is the eye level is right in the center of the seat of the archaeologist, the chair of the archaeologist. So this kind of presentation you have to understand. And remember one thing, um, in UCEED, they try to describe the situation quite a lot. And even they are honest in telling you where they are going to give the marks. So here the emphasis is more on the perspective and understanding the situation. So this is how we practice in Creative Edge and Top Rankers. Let us look at another previous year question, and I have given just the solution of this question. You are sitting in a well ventilated drawing room. It is 9 in the morning, and sunlight is streaming through the window on the east, casting shadow on the floor. That means the window is on in the east. A cat is resting on one of sunlit patches, and a newspaper is placed beside a cup of hot tea on a small side table. Three freshly watered potted plants in the room, one on the floor and two on the window sill with watering jug next to it. Now this is not mentioned that it is on the same window. I'll show you how I have interpreted it and sketched it. From the above description, sketch the scene from your point of view. Look at this. Now, for there may be an argument that I have added up a human figure there, but there is an explanation. And here I have shown the position of the person who is sitting there. Do you see these legs? So you are sitting, that means your legs are there. You're wearing a pair of chappals. This is the cat around here, and the sunlit is here. A little shadow falling on her, but then she is onto the sun part of it. So her shadow is here. This is one plant which is freshly watered. And instead of putting two plants onto the sill of this window, which I kept open, the long window, I showed another window which was not mentioned, but I just assumed that there could be another window on recently watered plant, and here is a water jug with which the watering must have been done. Then a cup of hot tea, that means a little fumes are coming out, and a newspaper around it. And then I added one human figure entering from the other side. It could be this guy's father. Okay? Why I want to add a figure here is to just to have the scale. Like, where would you have your vanishing point? Because you are sitting, it would be around the shoulder of this guy who is coming from a little distance. So the vanishing point is here. I purposely want to leave the construction line a little so that my jury will understand that I have got real knowledge. The clock is a must because you have to show it is 9 a.m. Also, the direction of the sunlight is pretty flat because at 9 a.m. the sun is around 30 degree, at the most between 30 and 40 degrees depending on which time of the year is the light being recorded. So never ever lose that opportunity of bringing a scale. And a natural scale of any scene creation is a human figure, an adult human figure. Okay? Because we all know that the door size is either 7 or nowadays it is 8 feet. So what I have taken this time is 8 feet door and 10 feet wall. Such kind of details will fetch you better marks. Another scene creation, just my imagination, all detailing a family is visiting a zoo and is standing in front of a cage in which there are three tigers and are kept together. The tigers are not liking people visiting them, while two of them are showing their anger. The third one is only staring at them. Draw the view from that tiger's point of view. That means the third tiger's point of view. So this is how I assume here the tiger's head is down below. So the construction lines are showing that the vanishing point is here. And again, I have taken the scene with 1 point perspective, one vanishing point perspective, two tigers. They are slightly in position of roaring at the public visiting them. This was a classroom demonstration, so a little rough sketch. Friends, another scene creation. Now, why I'm giving these many scene creation is not that I'm anticipating these questions, but to show you the detailing we can do sitting here in Creative Edge, and this is where you are going to fetch good mark. Now you can see fear in everybody's face. I'm utilizing my knowledge of, the very beginning I showed you faces and and faces with the facial expressions, and that inculcated with a proper presentation of the scene, I think you are going to achieve much better marks. So here is a question. A group of scientists are working on early life of dinosaurs when one of them escaped from its cage and broke open into their laboratory. A panic got created and all of them ran to save their life. Now this is absolutely a fictitious situation, having taken from so many movies that have come on dinosaurs. But anyway, this situation, description as well as imagination is purely mine, but I think this is going to help a lot to the student by, creating or improving their imagination. And scene creation is all about imagination, particularly a fictitious situation, imaginary scene. So a panic got created and all of them ran to save their life. One of attendant of the dinosaur ran to control the animal, create a scene as to how the attendant would have seen when he entered the lab. So it is from his the attendant's point of view that the whole scene has been created. Do not draw the attendant. That is the instruction. And have you noticed that this is a 2 point perspective? That means the vanishing point are here and somewhere here out of our paper or out of our picture frame. And look at the proportionate figures. You may also give me liking. I'll try to attend some of the questions after this. Now, friends, you must have realized as to how much details we can go into understanding. And you may ask, well, all this in 11 days time? Yes, friends, because we are dealing with all details of scene creation within this 11 days, 1.5 hour each day class for only the drawing, another 1.5 hours for your aptitude. So all and everything are covered in this UCEED 11 days advanced master classes with Us, that is Creative Edge by top rankers. Starting date was 9th January. Price was 1999, and that includes 35 plus hours of live classes. That means 3 hours each, and plus recorded lectures, two mock tests with video solutions, and e-study material. Friends, contact 7676564400. And do not forget to subscribe www.toprankers.com, because such interesting information will be poured on to you. I think there were people talking each other. Aniket Singhal, sir, in Tiger question, I was unable to draw a human. Are you in my class, Aniket? If you're in my class, you can ask me directly. Well, I think I am able to explain to each of my students, and I do attend their questions time and again. Now, Bharti Pardeshi asking, can we use colors in UCEED? See, friends, mostly UCEED and SEED, they give question with help of, ask everyone to draw them with help of only graphite pencils. Even they do not ask you to render it with charcoal pencil. So, friends, I think um, we will have to confine to our graphite pencil. Yes, you can have different grades, 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B pencils to draw these sketches. And I must tell you that among these sketches, I have not given much of shading, or so to say, I haven't used cyography. They were the quick sketches, a little more doing on those sketches was left out, but believe me, they can be done very fast. I think most of the questions are coming from, are focused on two. Sachi asking, sir, easy tricks to draw perspective drawing. Yes, I'm going to give it daily. I am focusing on perspective, and the other kind of question is on how to draw human figure neatly and confidently. Yes, you join my course, and I think I within 4 to 5 days you will be able to, provided you start practicing also apart from just looking at my demonstration. You can do it, and I think I'll see to it that you can do it. Friends, I think these are important questions. Then there is, can we use a Staedtler pencil or any other brand? Yes, you can use any good brand that is handy to you, but do not forget to buy two, three types and at least two pencils each for material and supply of material to be taken along with you in the examination. I might have one more session on this very channel, the YouTube. Sir, is it specifically given in UCIT paper to draw in 1 point perspective or 2 point? Generally not. I must tell you where you draw this 2 point perspective. Yeah, when you have to have a lot of crowd to be taken into the picture, better go for 2 point perspective because you can accommodate on both the side, human figure, the animal, and all that. 1 point perspective is simpler, but 2 point perspective is not that complicated if you are in my class. Best way to shade my class. Ayush Gawali, you can join my class, and best way to shade, I'll tell you that. I think Any further queries, you can send your messages to me on 7676564400. And to get more notice on this, friends, you can subscribe my channel www.toprankers.com, and you can address me. I'm Rajendra Bhatia, and I will be happy to give you answers. Thank you so much for being with me. For the time being, bye from me, and do let me know how much you like this presentation. Thank you very much.